Welcome back to my channel, Libra. To both my new subscribers and my current subscribers, you are always appreciated. So much love. Thank you to all those that follow. Please remember, general readings only take what resonates. If this reading doesn't speak to you this month, certainly check back. Sometimes the energies lag and move into, another 2 or 3 weeks out. But in other words, just allow for some flexibility on the time frame. So you're all at different stages along that journey. So this is the career, money, finance reading, and this is just for the first 2 weeks of June 2021. So I'm using the Rider-Waite deck, and it starts out as an amazing start to the week. So I believe that you are going to be hearing something that will make you very happy in this first week. So definitely with that Ace of Pentacles, something is going to be coming in here that you have wished for, or you have been, it is part of maybe anyway, it's going to make your home front definitely much more secure here. But it's certainly something with a 10 here that you have been, I feel, waiting for, because it's a 10. And again, with the Ace of Pentacles, this can certainly speak to a new job offer for those of you that are out there looking for work and putting out resumes. And certainly for others, this can relate around extra money that's coming in, from somewhere that's really taking you out of a place of worry, because it follows up here with the Nine of Swords. Actually, it's a little further out, so maybe I'll just pull them out here as I go along. But anyway, it's definitely something I feel that you've wished for, but it's catching you off guard because it is a blessing that's coming in. It is a protected blessing as well, and it's something around a karmic energy, because there's a Wheel of Fortune that comes out here further. And as I say, with the Temperance card that's also coming in here, I feel that this was destined for you. This was something that was synchronized and lined up. And even though there may have been some delays and so on around it, and there is still something that might be a bit of a delay, but this is the month I feel that you are hearing about something that is going to make you very happy. And it does make you feel secure. And it is a bit of a blessing that's coming in here because it wasn't anticipated. So it's growing your resources in some way. So if it was money that you just weren't expecting, or maybe something was coming to an end or whatever, this is letting you know that that is opening up here. So unexpected money, gain in some way, that's making things flow a lot easier, and just helping you overall mentally just to feel a lot more secure. So again, if it doesn't arrive right in that first week of June, don't be alarmed, because some of that kind of trickles out into further into the months for some of you. So, but you're hearing about it nonetheless. So it is further clarified with the Knight of Swords. So I do feel it's going to be swift information that's coming in here. Like, it does feel like it's coming in pretty quick, because there's a lot of night action in this reading here. So the Knight of Swords is definitely a fast-paced energy, but it's also one that is communication. So again, email or mail, or however it comes through, that you're getting this clarity. But there's a lot of Page of Wands here as well, so there's some good news. It's definitely good news. We also have the Justice card there. It definitely feels like a legal matter for some of you, because we've got the King of Swords, we've got the Justice card. There were some other things here, as I say, that kind of speak to kind of contractualized sort of energy around it. But I do feel for a lot of you, this, if it wasn't a legal matter, it may have had some kind of legal aspect to it. So, but again, there is a lot of action, a lot of movement that's taking place here with the Knights that are coming through in this reading. And it's definitely good news. And again, you have the Libra energy coming through all over June. There is the Empress, there is the King of Swords, there is the Justice card. So I feel that whatever it is that's gone in your favor, it does feel like it was some kind of a problem that's being resolved. And it's definitely in this first 2 weeks, roughly. Again, for others, it might drag out a little further into June. But overall, you have good news, victory, fairness around this decision. And it is justice in the month of June. So this is a blessing, very much protected by Spirit, as I mentioned, and it was to. And it does feel like it's in around some kind of a karmic issue here, because the Wheel of Fortune pops out. But definitely good news coming in with the Page here, the Page of Wands for sure. It's more of a messenger here. And with the King of Swords, again, I just feel like you're feeling incredibly empowered, confident, more like yourself again. Because it does feel like there was some energy toward the end of that second week, where it just feels like either you were reflecting or going back into a bit of a negative period, or this is something you're coming out of. But either way, you are feeling much more empowered. There's a lot of energy here too. And again, we do have the Temperance card. So this is divinely protected on so many levels here. Whatever this blessing was, it's coming in for you. It was intended for you. It was synchronized exactly for your use. So, but anyway, this is also a time, as I said, where, and it's definitely around money and happiness, but money, somehow you are using this in a resourceful way, I feel, with the Queen of Pentacles as well. The Queen of Pentacles, definitely nurturing, caring individual as well, but the Queen is certainly somebody who's a little more inward, not really extroverted. She's a little more reserved, definitely uses her resources, cares about family, that kind of thing. So it feels like, I feel like it's you also somehow coming through here, or you could be dealing with somebody along this line as well. But just in terms of general advice, it's definitely changing your luck, about to bring in finances. You have a lot of pentacles that are coming through here. The Seven of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles here, well, this is your victory card. So this is the sixth, creating balance. This is definitely a victory coming in for you, but it is certainly after a period of maybe sleepless nights, worry, anxiety, troubled thoughts. Does feel like there's a lot of energy around sort of self-deprecation, or low self-esteem, or something along that line too, or just a lot of anxiety around this win. But for sure, it is fair win, and it's a continuation of that money. In other words, I feel like there's more than one thing here that's coming in. So I feel like you're working on something else in addition to this win. So the seven, we do have, as I said, with the Six of Wands that came through there, that's your victory, and it is related around money, but it could have been that it's with the Eight of Pentacles, again, it feels like a longer journey ahead, certainly because we've got the Wheel of Fortune that follows here, and we've got the Seven of Wands, and with that Eight of Pentacles, to me, it speaks to longer journey, Wheel of Fortune. Just, it feels like you're at I don't want to say the very, very beginning of something, but you're still in a stage of the plan, I guess is what I want to say. You're still in the planning stage of it in some way here. But again, it is still at the beginning, but you're beyond the concept aspect. You're actually putting the details into the plan and really drawing this into a richer picture in a lot of ways. So I also, and your luck is changing here too with the Wheel of Fortune. And that definitely is followed up by some more excellent cards. We've got the Knight of Wands. So whatever it is that you're with the Knight of Wands, and also clarified by the Empress, this is definitely about abundance. This is definitely about you being fully embracing your power. You're feeling much more secure in the month of June. You're just all over this reading with much more confidence. And I feel a lot of that is because you were coming from a place where you were lacking confidence. But you're definitely, that's changed. Your luck is changing as well in the month of June. As they say, new levels, new devils. So just be aware as you move forward and into new areas of your development, there will be new challenges that come with this. But for this moment in the month of June, I do feel that you are feeling very much on track. Again, those three Libra cards coming out here with the King Swords, Empress, Justice. It's a renewed sense of you. And, again, self-esteem issues were kind of going on here as well toward the end, but I'll get to that here in a minute. So we've got the Three of Cups and then clarified with the Seven of Pentacles. So there is for sure a sense of, further out, there's going to be some challenges with the Strength card and all of that. There's also a strategy with the Five of Swords, but again, there's a real overall sense of warmth and giving, and that you're in a sharing mode this month. Although oddly enough, it feels like you're not really reaching out to people. And I don't know why that is when I see the Three of Cups, but I don't feel that you're reaching out. If somebody is contacting you, there's a reserve around it. But I feel as well that there is still loving energy, not resentment and anger or anything like that, but there is some kind of reserve around it. So there's also some kind of reserve, I feel, around business, partnership, possibly here too. The Knight of Pentacles for sure is a reliable character. This could be somebody that, younger person that's around you as well, but it can also indicate that there's stability here for the long term. And it is, further clarified by good news coming through, action that's being taken in regards to this money as well. I feel that you're really thinking about where you're going to be drawing your resources, how to invest something, that kind of thing. It just feels like you're really putting a lot more thought, deliberate thought and action toward whatever this money is that's coming through. So again, for some of you, maybe it's a payout, it could be some kind of partnership. Like I said, there's a partnership that comes through here too with further out here. We've got the Hermit and we've got the Strength card, and it's all in around the Two of Cups. So it does feel, as I say, that there could be a partnership in business that was challenging for some of you, because in behind here we also have some other cards of Four of Cups, a sense of loss, but there's also the Five of Swords, kind of indicating that there was some kind of a challenge here. Again, that energy also feels to me as though you were going through some self-esteem issues, really struggling with something here. But again, with this combination, to me, it really speaks that there's a partnership in business that was challenging for some of you. Maybe there was some kind of and partnership doesn't have to be business, can be just on the home front as well, or something along that line, because a lot of times our money is tied in with, other aspects other than business as well. So anyway, there's a challenging time around that. Some kind of payout might be coming in for some of you, as I said. And again, for others of you, this is, if you've been putting out resumes, there's at least one job offer that's coming through here in this next 2-week period. And they feel like they're fairly good, grounded, offers here that are coming out. Like, it's not going to be something that you're not seriously considering, because there's a fair amount of pentacles here. And the energy that I'm getting is more slow and deliberate for this month. Even though there's a lot of knights, there's action and momentum, but it's slow, deliberate kind of consideration to your situation. So again, partnership here, difficult situation. And again, with the Five of Swords and the Four of Cups that follow here, it just speaks to you struggling emotionally with something. But it feels like there is money further out here as well with that Knight of Pentacles, where you're, again, it feels like some self-development along that line here too. Again, with the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Wands and the Queen, I feel that you're investing in yourself as well in some way. Could be a home-based business as well that you're considering here, because it does feel like there's a career change of some sort taking place here. But also considering your resources, it's very close to the Hermit and the Strength card. So really, again, speaks to that deliberate thinking before acting kind of situation. There may have been some devious energy as well that was brought about by another, because of the cards in behind here with the Two of Cups so close to the Strength card, and then the Four of Cups and the Five of Swords. So there may have been some deviousness here as well, but I feel that it's really caused you to distance yourself from others, so that you could grow and move into this space of greater balance. And that's where I feel you're at right now. I feel that you really had to tame your emotions with that Strength card. And again, it's so close to the Two of Cups. So I feel that you're dealing with some kind of, that sense of lack with the Four of Cups, but trying to regain some balance and control over that. There might have been a lack of enthusiasm for life, or just, again, self-doubt, too much focus on what you don't have. But there was definitely some kind of a struggle here around that. And that does impact your money, because if you don't have a sense of vitality to go forward, it's really hard to focus. And sometimes you just end up focusing on what you don't have versus what you actually do have in terms of your resources. So Again, with all the knights, though, there is definite movement. You're seeing things more clearly with that Knight of Swords. Very good luck this month with that Wheel of Fortune. And I do feel that you're feeling better emotionally. So I feel like you might be doing some decluttering here as well, making room for new things and deciding, maybe between two paths, as I said, in terms of career. But I feel that there's just overall more ease in problem solving this month as well, because again, maybe this is due to the resources. But you're creating a new strategy. And although you feel like celebrating with that Three of Cups that came in earlier, I feel like you're putting some effort back into you this month, building up you. That's why you're coming through so strongly in the month with those three cards of Libra. So you're thinking more in favor of going in a new direction, career wise, from whatever you were previously doing. So it does feel like it's a month of transition because there's so many cards of being strong and being empowered. And then that Wheel of Fortune, the change, and the Seven of Pentacles, deliberating and pulling back with the Hermit as well. It just feels like you're in a place of evaluating what makes you happy and what are your resources that you're able to use. Your current, whatever it is that you're currently operating with, this is what you're considering. And I feel that you're willing to nurture this long-term venture with that Knight of Pentacles that came through earlier. So again, feels like major life choices in more than one area here. This is not fast success. This is a longer haul, but a path with a lot of heart and soul behind it. Definitely investing in you and this labor of love. Definitely career change with the Knight of Pentacles and the Empress. But there is that sense that you're slowing down to take a moment to, after this win, that six with the, I'm just going to pull those forward again. But it just feels like you're just taking a moment to deliberate here before moving forward, just to be sure about how you want to grow. Because I feel that whatever direction you're taking, you want it to be emotional growth as well as, practical growth, and you want it on more than one front is what I'm saying. I think you really want to be tied to your ambition in this, because it's a longer term investment of yourself. So again, emotional growth this month, new job, and certainly a lot of pentacles here. There's a lot of final cards with the nines and the tens around emotional areas. Those were the cards that are kind of coming out close together. So I feel like you're really getting past some hurdles emotionally. And somehow that's tied to your finances here. And maybe you're just identifying more with your finances this month. I don't know. But the Seven of Pentacles could suggest, again, that delay. But you're aware of what's coming in, at least in that first 2 weeks, maybe into the third week there. But with that change in your fortune, things are about to move in a whole other direction. The pages are all of good news here. The road ahead is going to have some favorable growth emotionally. All cards of growing, all of it. Not just growing finances, but growing you as well emotionally. So that suggests to me, again, that self-development, you really being tied to where you invest your money. And again, there's a lot of cards that are minor arcana instead of the major. So I feel that these are events that are not going to be big wins, but they are cards that do indicate you're making progress. And there's three major arcana, which was the Wheel of Fortune, which is a really strong, favorable one, altering your luck. And then there's the long-term, strength and the Hermit cards. So I feel that you are really going to have to, to do some work in the areas emotionally. That's why there's, some strong introspection alongside that strength card. And again, maybe it's because it was close to the emotional cards there, the Two of Cups, further out here. I'm just going to pull that forward here. Because those two are so close together, to me that really feels like you have the endurance and the insight, because you do have a lot of the knights here, and certainly there's a fair number of wands, but that insight and that endurance is crucial, and you have the courage here to move forward, and you've got the more confidence with the three Libra cards coming through. So there's real determination with all the knights. There's courage. There's a strong sense of a mission this month that you're working toward. But I feel that you're really wanting to ignite and express something that has meaning for you. Whatever you're investing in, you're really taking the time to figure it out. There's a real sense of leadership as well coming through this month, but again, it's a practical, slow, steady approach. So that's what I have for the first 2 weeks for you for Libra, career, money, finance. Stay tuned for the last 2 weeks here for the latter part of career, money, finance for June. Meantime, stay safe and keep moving forward.